Do you want to sell your home right now, but you're afraid you're not going to be able to find a replacement property? That's a very common concern right now with the low inventory. It's the best time I've ever seen in my entire career to sell a home right now. Best favorable circumstances for sellers. But the low inventory also means where are they going to move when they sell their home? That's a very valid concern. I understand your concern and I have some solutions for you. So let's get into those in this video. Hi guys, I'm Caitlyn Peck. Thanks for visiting my channel. I'm the owner of Buying and Selling in Fresno. I'm with eXp Realty and I'm a top realtor here in Fresno County. I am going to walk you through your possible solutions to your valid concern of where you're gonna move if you sell your home. So let's get to that. First, let's talk about why you should sell right now and why it is such an amazing market to sell. It is a seller's market right now. It's also a wonderful time to buy because of low interest rates, but it is a seller's market because we have the lowest inventory rates that certainly I've ever seen in my career, but I think probably ever in Fresno County history. Inventory means homes for sale. So the number of homes for sale. So we have the lowest numbers that we've seen in at least 30 years or so. So there's no competition out there. Sellers are listing their homes for sale and getting the most favorable offer terms I've ever seen in my entire career. And most people that have been in the industry, I've been in the industry 10 years as a top producer. I've never seen the things that we are writing on contracts for buyers to win contracts. Sellers are getting way over asking price and they're getting, most contingencies are removed. A lot of time appraisal contingencies removed. People are coming in with the cash over. My last listing had 40 offers on it and sold for $40,000 over, and they came in cash to close. And then they'll let you say, I'm gonna talk about the favorable terms a little bit more, but so that's why you want to consider selling right now. I know, I understand the valid concern of where are you gonna move because you're getting these offers because there's low inventory, right? So you want to sell right now because you have so much equity in your home. Home prices appreciated the most they've ever appreciated in history last year, about 11%. And also you are going to get the most favorable terms. The reason I talk about favorable terms again and again is because you're concerned about where you're going to move. So option number one to consider when selling your home in today's market, when there's low inventory and you're concerned about where you're going to move to. We're going to sell your home contingent upon finding a replacement property, and that's number two. But we'll start with, we list your home for sale, we get, let's say I got 40 on the last one, but let's say we get 20 on this one, We get 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. We get multiple offers. We still have just no inventory for sale. And I'm gonna be able to tell you at the listing appointment if we should expect multiple offers and how we can entice people to give us those multiple offers. And with those multiple offers, the reason that we want to make sure we're priced right and that brings the buyers in is because to win a house as a pre-approved buyer right now or a cash buyer right now, you can't just offer full price and win. No, you're gonna be competing against upwards of, time of filming this video, I'd be confident that you would get at least 10 offers on your house if I listed it. I don't know when you're watching this video, so I'm gonna just say anywhere from 5 or so, So say you have 5 offers in on your house, all at asking or above asking. Then you get to write back to them, counter back to them, seller to occupy the home for another month or so, We can try to negotiate what's called the seller rent back. I go on Zillow and figure out what similar homes in the area rent for. I don't know if you'll ever have the upper hand like you have the upper hand right now. So you have the upper hand to be able to be like, hey, we have 20 offers and this offer from Mary and Bob said that we could stay in the house for 5 weeks after close, rent free, and we're gonna do that while we shop for a home. We can try to negotiate because we've enticed so many multiple offers that we can hope to be able to lock you in on what will either be a seller rent back, or if you're working with a wonderful agent that's really good at negotiating and really not comfortable saying this because she's not sure when you're watching this video, but I would aim at not having you guys have to pay anything. And because we have the negotiation power of so many offers and being just the only game in town, you know, the only listing on the market that they're looking for. So I don't even think you'd probably have to pay for the time in the house. But worst case scenario, you're paying, you know, regular rent terms, most of the time even less, to rent the house back. So you don't even have to do the move yet. And then you're gonna be shopping for your replacement property the whole time we're on the market. But if it runs a little longer or that escrow runs a little longer, you'll have your home, best case scenario. So that's option one. Option one, seller rent back. It was a very long, drawn out, probably complicated explanation because we are in a complicated market that everything is just so amazing and so wonderful for sellers that I can't even just stress to you how much I understand the concern about not having a for sure place to go and how uneasy that is. You know, depending on your home, where your home is, where you're trying to move to, I need to have a personal conversation with you about all of these. This is what me and my sellers are doing right now. Depending on where you live and where you're wanting to move to, I'll be able to give you very personalized versions of these. So DM me or call me or anything, anytime. Now it's the time to sell. Let's talk ASAP. Option number two to make sure that you don't end up homeless in between the sell and the buy. So we can sell your home contingent upon you finding and locking down a replacement property. And you know, the moment I sign the listing agreement with you, we can be out shopping for your replacement property. And we do want to be aggressively looking for that, but say we don't find your replacement property in the amount of time that we've listed your home for sale and we've got a bunch of offers and we can open escrow. If we sell contingent upon you locking down a replacement property, that means we will notify the buyers that are gonna buy your home that you need to now lock down a replacement property. And we'll have a few days, week or two, whatever we, you know, negotiate with them to find a replacement property. So, and then the contract can go void if you don't lock something down. So look, you're getting the opportunity to sell at the most favorable terms ever without really having to put yourself out on the streets or worry about that. That's a really good option as well. You know, a lot of people do both of those two options. And then this year, a lot of people are also doing option number three. Well, I guess there's 4 options because there's another variant of this, but option number 3 is to locate short-term housing in between selling your home, because you want to make sure that you get the amazing selling price that you're going to get right now and not have the competition, and you're gonna get the buyer to come to the table if appraisal's low with this much cash, and you know, those kind of terms that we're seeing today. No inspection periods. I can't promise you what you're gonna get. We're seeing insane things on contracts right now. Buyers are pulling out all the stops. So with that said, you know that it's gonna be better terms on the whole contract and just a better, safer sale for you probably now than later. And if you're selling no matter what, why not do the hottest market? So some people are doing an Airbnb for a few months so that then they can, you know, get the cash, get the equity from the sale of their home, and then go and really, you know, while they're in an Airbnb or apartment, wherever they go, send it, say, whatever, they're doing it because it's worth that. It's worth it. When you sit down with me and you talk to me about these options that you have that are so personalized to your own situation of what I would really recommend for you and then what you would end up doing, that it comes off a little colluded right now of what you would choose. But honestly, that's a great option to sell your home. You have the peace of mind that it's an escrow. You're gonna get that cash, the equity, and then you're gonna be able to use the equity from your home and not have to buy contingent upon the sale of your home, which is almost impossible to kind of lock down a property saying that it's contingent upon your home selling. So that means that it hasn't closed escrow yet. So it's nice that's closed escrow and you have the cash from that and you're gonna use that towards the house. We don't have to buy contingent upon the sale of your home, and that gives you a lot more freedom and a lot more ability to compete against other things and a lot more peace of mind when you're out there looking for your new home. Okay, last option is, and I don't even know that this is an option for you, but a lot of my sellers, they move in with family members for a month or two while they're either, if they're building new construction, or if they are, we're still looking for something, or there's a week or two gap, they move in with mom and dad or their sister or whoever is nice enough to take them in. So you've got maybe a family option. There's some really great Airbnbs here in Fresno. And there's the extended stays, there's apartments that do month to month. You have options. Don't write off selling. We'll sit down. I'll tell you what your home will sell for, like how much cash you can expect to get in this market. And then you can see which way you want to go. But we definitely need to be talking and not scared about if you're going to be able to locate a replacement property, especially if you decide to go the way where we sell contingent upon you finding a replacement property. You're really not risking anything at that point. And then, because then you have the opportunity to lock down the replacement property, and then we can really figure out the timeline. Worst case scenario, there's a day or two, which happens in every buy and sell, where someone might need to get a hotel, whether it's your buyer or you. So we have those options, and then we have the first one, which I hope wasn't too complicated to understand, but you guys, it's a complicated market. You need to be working with an expert. I need to talk to you in a personal manner about your home and where you'll be moving to really be able to explain this to you. It's hard to give like the general public, the camera that I'm talking to, advice right now, because it's just every person's home sale is so personal and so important, and I really do my job and I make it the best option for you. But that's a really good one too, and something that I've been able to successfully do as of right now. It's April 6th, 2021, and as of April 6th, 2021, I have been able to have success negotiating my sellers either a seller rent back, where they're paying pretty much fair market rates for rent while they figure out where they're going or where they're going to close, or we had such power in our negotiations that they didn't even have to pay for the rent back. So that's a great option too. So you don't not have options, but I totally understand. I would think that too, because all you're hearing is it's such a good time to sell because there's such low inventory. And then if you're thinking about selling but you need to move somewhere, I'm sure you've been on Zillow or you've been looking around seeing what's available and you haven't seen anything, or it's sold right away and you're concerned. I would be too. If I didn't live and breathe real estate and didn't know these solutions, we're seeing more and more listings start to trickle out. So the sooner the better that you contact me. You really, 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 really are at an advantage right now. In the next month or two, we're not gonna really have much competition. And then for the next year, it's gonna take a year and a half for us to really catch up with buyer demand. So you're in a really good spot. And then if you're buying, don't be scared either. The low interest rates make it all pencil out and everything worth it for buyers. They end up finding a home. It might take a little bit longer. They might shop for a little bit longer, but we're gonna figure out your personalized game plan, and it's gonna be my honor to have a free seller consultation with you. I'll give you a free market value of your home just to even see if you want to move on to the seller consultation, and I'll give you an idea of what to expect. And once I know what kind of home you're looking for, I'll be able to tell you, well, first of all, I have a huge database of potential off-market listings, so maybe I have a listing that you'll want to buy, but also I'll be able to tell you about kind of what the timeline looks like, hopefully, for you to find that. Like I said, I am Caitlyn Peck. I'm a realtor here in Fresno, California. I do all of Fresno County. I would love to help you sell your home and buy a new home, or just sell whatever you need. If it's real estate and it's in Fresno County, think of me. Thanks for following. I hope you'll click subscribe. I release a new real estate in Fresno video every week. Thank you.